I wanted to say before we start that next month, August, we're going to start House of Cards reactions again, edited on this channel. So that's coming up, and also another series that I'm going to be reacting to that you probably wouldn't expect me to react to, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll just have to wait, but you're going to be happy, some of you. And yeah. Good morning, afternoon, night, evening, whenever I'm getting this up. We are going to watch episode 2 of Game of Thrones, season 7. Don't know what it's called yet. We had a really good talk yesterday on Marco and Ali's channel, Productions with American Mom and George Alexander. So if you want to watch that, I'm going to put it down in the description box below. And we talked about the last episode and what we think is going to happen this season, this episode, and a bunch of us made a bunch of predictions about what we think is going to happen. So go watch that if you'd like to just get a good recap and everything. It was a really good talk. I really enjoyed talking with them. Let's see. So a bunch of stuff happened last episode. Dany is now at Dragonstone. Sam sent word to Jon that there's dragon glass at Dragonstone, so presumably he will go there. I said in the discussion yesterday that he's going to leave Sansa there in the north while he's gone, which is going to be bad because Baelish is there. Euron went to see Cersei, and he said he's going to bring her a gift. I think maybe it's going to be Tyrion, and in order to get to Tyrion, he's going to have to encounter the fleet, which means he's going to run into what's her face, Yara and Theon, and hopefully they kill his ass, which will leave Cersei without a fleet. Let's see. Bran is at the wall. The Hound had a vision in the fire. So they're headed towards the wall or whatever. Or where the sea meets the wall, whatever. They're headed that way. Arya was at that group. She said she's headed down south. Some people, who was it? I can't remember who it was yesterday, said that maybe she's going to head north because she met with the guys from that army. Maybe it made her realize that she misses her family, whatever. She also did have that moment where the guy was talking about having a baby and he hoped it was a girl because girls take care of their papas when they grow old. And she had that moment where she paused and, you know, she was thinking about Ned. So hopefully she will head north, but I think she's just going south. Sansa calling Jon out in front of people. Like, why do that in private? We had 3 mentionings of the wall standing. Sansa said the wall is still standing. There's nothing between us and Cersei. The Maester said that the wall still standing through it all. So we've had 3 mentions of that wall, and that's never good. And then the Hound had the vision about the wall. So we had 3 mentionings foreshadowing that wall coming down or being completely pointless. Okay, that's it. Let's watch episode 2.
You served my father, didn't you, Lord Varys?
I did.
And then you served the man who overthrew him?
I had a choice, Your Grace. Serve
Tyrion's like,
Robert
where are you going
Baratheon
with
or
this?
face the headman's axe.
But you didn't serve him long. You turned against him.
Robert was an improvement on your father, to be sure. There have been few rulers in history as cruel as the Mad King. Robert was neither mad nor cruel. He simply had no interest in being king.
So you took it upon yourself to find a better one?
You wish to know where my true loyalties lie? Not with any king or queen, but with the people. The people who suffer under despots and prosper under just rule. The people whose hearts you aim to win. If you demand blind allegiance, I respect your wishes.
Swear this to me, Varys. If you ever think I'm failing the people, you won't conspire behind my back. You'll look me in the eye as you have done today, and you'll tell me how I'm failing them.
I swear it, my queen.
I'm glad we got that out of the way. I like it.
And I swear this. If you ever betray me, I'll burn you alive.
And that's fair too. I was worried about this conversation at first, but I'm glad we got all that aired out. Oh, God damn it.
I didn't.
You chose an auspicious day to arrive at Dragonstone. We've just decided to pardon those who once served the wrong king.
He's like, all right.
I believe you have a role to play. As does another. The king in the north, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow?
Tyrion likes
Ned
the
Stark's
stars.
bastard.
And he's
You
met
know
them
him?
all.
I traveled with him to the war when he joined the Night's Watch.
Sounds like quite a man.
Summon Jon Snow. Let him stand before you and tell you the things that have happened to him.
If he does rule the North, he would make a valuable ally. The Lannisters executed his father and conspired to murder his brother. Jon Snow has even more reason to hate Cersei than you do.
Very well. Send a raven north. Tell Jon Snow that his queen invites him to come to Dragonstone. And bend the knee.
Oh, girl.
Read the last bit.
All dwarves are bastards in their father's eyes. What does that mean?
It's something he said to me the first night we met.
What?
Fire kills whites, you told me. What breathes fire?
Yep.
You're not suggesting Jon meet with her.
No, too dangerous.
But
But if the army of the dead makes it past the wall, do we have enough men to fight them?
Dothraki heathens who will burn your villages to the ground, rape and enslave your women, and butcher your children without a second thought. This is how Olenna Tyrell rewards centuries of service and loyalty.
Oh, that's Sam's dad.
You will remember
Okay.
the Mad
I was
King.
like, who is that?
You remember the horrors he inflicted
The
upon
way you
his
did?
people. His daughter is no different. In Essos, her brutality is already legendary. She crucified hundreds of noblemen in Slaver's Bay, and when she grew bored of that,
You
fed
blew
them
up
to
a
her
whole town of people. History is written by the conquerors, right? Because she just made Dany sound horrible.
I'm a Tarly. That name means something. We're not oathbreakers, we're not schemers. We don't stab our rivals in the back or cut their throats at weddings.
Everybody taking
Sworn
stabs
oath
at Jaime
to
this
House
season.
Tyrell.
Apparently, one of Daenerys' dragons was wounded by spears in the fighting pits of Meereen. They can be wounded, they can be killed. The finest artilators and blacksmiths in King's Landing have been laboring day and night, Your Grace. If you kindly pull that lever.
Is that based off of Joffrey's design with the crossbow with the pull and the lever? That's Joffrey's design. Fuck.
If we turn the dragons loose, tens of thousands will die in the firestorms.
It's called war. You don't have the stomach for it. Scurry back into hiding.
I know how you wage war. We don't poison little girls here. Myrcella was innocent.
She was a Lannister. There are no innocent Lannisters. My greatest regret is that Oberyn died fighting for you.
That's enough. Though Tyrion is Hand of the Queen, you will treat him with respect.
Ass.
I am not here to be Queen of the Ashes.
That's very nice to hear. Of course, I can't remember a queen who was better loved than my granddaughter. The common people loved her. The nobles loved her. What is left of her now? Ashes. Commoners, nobles, they're all just children, really. They won't obey you unless they fear you.
I'm grateful to you, Lady Olenna, for your counsel. I'm grateful to all of you. But you have chosen to follow me. I will not attack King's Landing. We will not attack King's Landing.
We won't use Dothraki and Unsullied. Cersei will try to rally the lords of Westeros by appealing to their loyalty, their love for their country. If we besiege the city with foreigners, we prove her point. Our army should be Westerosi.
And I suppose we are providing the Westerosi.
You are. Lady Greyjoy will escort you home to Sunspear. And her Iron Fleet will ferry the Dornish army back up to King's Landing.
Okay.
The Dornish will lay siege to the capital, alongside the Tyrell army, The Unsullied will have another objective. For decades, House Lannister has been the true power in Westeros, and the seat of that power is Casterly Rock. Grey Worm and the Unsullied will sail for the Rock and take it.
Boom shakalaka. Theon and Yar are with the Dornish chick, then he is going after the Dorn chick, and they'll be attacked there. Okay.
Peace never lasts, my dear. Will you take a bit of advice from an old woman? He's a clever man, your hand. I've known a great many clever men. I've outlived them all. You know why? I ignored them. The lords of Westeros are sheep. Are you a sheep? No. You're a dragon. Be a dragon.
You are my weakness.
Oh.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
Your weakness.
But I had no fears. I was never the biggest, never the strongest. But I was bravest. Always.
I believe it.
Until I meet Missandei from the Isle of Nath. Now, I have fear.
I do too.
I don't know why I had assumed this had already happened, but okay. This is very quiet and awkward. Is it me or was this long?
I knew your father. I was with him when he died. You're not dying today, Sir Jorah.
You're gonna have to burn everything in that room then. It's because he will get reinfected if he touches things, right? Oh god, they're gonna show stuff. Oh no. Oh, and it sounds horrible. Maybe he'll pass out from pain.
Hello, Hopper.
Hey.
Sit down.
Most people don't do that because it takes up too much time.
She eats like the hound.
You've been making pies.
One or two.
Can't believe you're in. What happened to you, Harry?
You got any ale?
Where you heading?
King's Landing.
Why?
Heard Cersei's queen now.
Heard she blew up the Great Sept. That must have been something to see. Boom. Can't believe someone would do that.
Cersei would do that.
I thought you'd be heading for Winterfell.
Why would I go there? The Boltons have it.
No. The Boltons are dead.
She didn't know.
What?
Jon Snow came down from Castle Black with a Wilden army and won the Battle of the Bastards. He's King of the North now.
You're lying.
Why would I lie about that? He's your brother, right?
Yay.
And I'm going to accept.
So he didn't talk to her again. How do you expect her to talk to you if you won't talk to her? Oh my god.
We know that Dragonglass can destroy both White Walkers and their army. We need to mine
Sansa,
it
shut up.
and
Don't
turn
say
it
anything.
into weapons.
Don't say anything, Sansa, please.
Oh. Then sail for Dragonstone.
Have you forgotten what happened to our grandfather? Then send an emissary, don't go yourself.
Daenerys is a queen. Only a king can convince her to help us. It has to be me.
You're abandoning your people. You're abandoning your home.
I'm leaving both in good hands.
Whose?
Yours.
Told
You're my
ya.
sister. You're the only Stark in Winterfell. Until I return, the North is yours.
Brienne smiled. The Queen of the North begins.
Your father and I had our differences, but he loved Cat very much.
Oh my god, it would make my
did I.
skin crawl seeing him right then. Like,
She wasn't fond of you, was she? Well, it appears she vastly underestimated you. Your father and brothers are gone, yet here you stand, king in the north.
you talking shit about my family in front of me, in front of their graves?
Last best hope against the coming storm. I have nothing to say to you. Not even thank you. If it weren't
Thanks.
for me, you'd have been slaughtered on that battlefield. You have many enemies, my king, but I swear to you, I'm not one of them.
My king,
love
you're from the
Sansa.
south.
As I loved her mother.
Touch my sister, and I'll kill you myself.
She's gonna see Nymeria? Yes. Look at that.
Nymeria? That's not you.
Is that one of her kids then? Did she have babies? How big is Nymeria then? Oh, this is gonna be good. Where's Ghost? We haven't seen him in a while.
Why are you standing all the way over there, then? A foreign invasion is underway. Leave him be. Seems like you don't need a protector.
Yeah, that was loud. I knew he would attack them. Eventually, it had to happen. A little sooner than I thought, but I knew it would happen. You're fighting your own people. Well, except for the Dornish people, but still.
Kill us! Get it over with!
No, honey. What? No, that's not what's happening. Not today. God damn it. He's gonna slit her throat, isn't he? Shit. If Yara dies, I'm fucking done with this show.
Ah, come on, you cockless coward.
Is that PTSD? His PTSD is kicking in. Poor guy. Oh, he's such a good actor. How could you not laugh at that? I mean, come on. But fucking Theon. Like I said before, he's been through some shit. I forgive him for that stuff, but now he has to prove the man he's supposed to be now in order for me to like him. And right now, damn. I get it. I totally get it. Theon has PTSD. What else could he do? Yara's throat would have been slit if he went towards him. Like, I get it. But just... he's been through a lot of shit, and I forgive him for those two boys. But like I said, season 5, season 6, beginning of season 6, I don't know. Now he has to prove to me the kind of man he's going to grow into be. Because right now, I just don't fucking like him. I can forgive him, but I don't mean I have to like him. He better go get Yara. If Yara dies because he won't man up, I'm going to be so pissed. Fucking love Yara. Alright, let's start at the beginning. Danny talking about Viserys. If he had an army at his back and 3 dragons, he would have attacked King's Landing by now. And she's right. But like Tyrion said, it would be Ash. And she doesn't want to be Queen of the Ashes. I liked her calling out Varys and him saying why he did what he did. They need to air all that out. They really did need to, because like she said, he served people, but then he did turn his back on them, but he did it for good reasons. And like Tyrion said, she's alive because of him. He sent word ahead so her and her brother could escape sometimes. So, you know, you can't be too mad at it. But I'm glad they had a discussion, so now they're on good terms. And it was a good deal. If you see me not serving the people, you need to call me out on it instead of conspiring behind my back. It's a good deal. Melisandre. Danny said you showed up on an auspicious day. We've decided to give those who serve past kings or whatever. Like, all right, damn it, we won't kill her. So she's the one that tells Danny about Jon Snow. Tyrion's there to be like, yeah, he's a good guy. I like the Starks. I met him. He's good. And if they ever meet up with Bran, Bran likes Tyrion because he, remember the crippled bastards and broken things? Like, he gave him the horse saddle so he could ride. Like, Bran likes Tyrion too. So, I like it. And then they cut to Jon and Sansa and Davos. Davos brought up the bride, and Davos brings up the dragon fire to kill the whites and that whole thing. Okay. Cersei, the way she described Dany, like they said, history is written by the conquerors. So she made Dany sound horrible. So the people standing there in the room, all four of them, Dany does not sound like a good alternative to Cersei. Even though she's saying this to a room of people, all 12 of them, who survived after she blew up everyone in her own city. So I don't know how much weight that speech should carry with them because, goddamn, there's only 12 of them in the room because she killed everybody. So, and like, those weren't even people in the city. Like, those are some of those people from out of town. Like, there's no one left. The talk with Sam's dad, it took me a minute to realize who he was, and Jaime. They are so scared of the Dothraki, which they should be. They are very ferocious, but they are so scared of the Dothraki. Jorah and Sam, once Jorah said his last name was Mormont, pretty much Sam decided, okay, I'm going to help you. Because he respected, you know, the leader of the Night's Watch. So, Sir Frankenstein made a big-ass spear to defeat dragons. I'm pretty sure, like, with the lever and it... Whoosh, I'm pretty sure that's based on Joffrey's design, right? Which is kind of like an all. Joffrey's design is going to serve his mother, but at the same time, oh, crazy little bastard. What is Drogon going to go down, and then that's how Dany's going to go down, pretty much. Tyrion and a Dornish queen. I don't like her. I don't like any of the Dorne people, but the fact that she can stand there and say anything after you poisoned a child. Again, this goes back to why I don't like Theon. You took 2 innocent kids from a farm and hanged them. But he's been through some stuff, so we can forgive him. But I'm just saying, that's why he has to prove to me who he is now. The Dorne chick, I know you were pissed off about everything, but you took a child and poisoned them. And poisoned her. Just for revenge. Like, I have no respect for you. I just don't. I really don't care if she dies. I just don't. Elena and Dany and Yara, their conversations, they're like, just take King's Landing now. But like Tyrion said, the dragons will kill a whole bunch of people. A whole bunch of people are going to die in this. That's not how you want to take the city because they won't respect you. They won't love you. Elena said that Marjorie was the most beloved queen they had, which is true, but oh well. She didn't have long enough to rule. Like, I mean, I understand why she's mad, but I don't know. And Elena telling her to be a dragon. This goes back to that conversation in, was it season 3, episode 4? When Joffrey and Marjorie walked out of the Red Keep and waved at the people. Elena and Cersei had that conversation where they said, men seem to crave, you know, the grave, whatever, despite us advising them against it. And yet they rule the world. And Elena said, it seems like a stupid arrangement to me. And it's true. The women outlived the men because they all want to go to war. But at the same time, she's telling Dany to do what she thinks is stupid. Like she was telling her and Cersei were like, the men crave battle, they crave going to war and fighting. despite what we tell them, and yet the world belongs to them. But she's telling Dany to go and fight, even though that's what she said she wishes the men wouldn't do. So it's a contradiction of what she said like a couple seasons ago. It's just inconsistent with me, and I don't like that. Because Olenna from back then, like season 4, would have been like, don't do what the men would do. Which I guess is what she's saying right now. Tyrion's a man, don't do what he would do, be a dragon. But that contradicts what she said before with the men craving war and craving fighting. So I don't know. Okay. Missandei and Grey Worm. I don't know why I assumed that they had kissed and already like gotten intimate before, but it's not Tormund and Brienne, but I'll take it. I don't know. Was it me or was that scene awkwardly long? I just felt like they were like, okay, we get the point. We don't have to linger here. But whatever. Sam talking to the Maester and him saying like you have to have your own style and be poetic. So they are hinting at Sam writing this whole Song of Ice and Fire. Sam doing that procedure on Jorah again because he's a Mormont, and that was nasty. And again, awkwardly long. Arya and Hot Pie, she is acting like the Hound. Did you see how she was sitting there eating and wiping her mouth and just staring straight ahead like he does and kind of just turning everything off? Even though Hot Pie is Hot Pie. You haven't seen him forever. He's talking to you, and she was just kind of like, she was acting like the Hound until he asked, you know, what happened to you, and it kind of like snapped her out of it. She's been through a lot. But she didn't know that Jon and Sansa were back at Winterfell, so yay. So she is going back home, and then she encounters the wolf. So that wasn't Nymeria? Was that one of her kids? Because that was a big-ass wolf. So where's Nymeria? Oh, is that wolf going to, like, tell his mom that Arya was around? How did they talk? Anyway, you know what I mean. Nymeria will show up eventually. Jon and Sansa. Okay, as much as I was mad at Sansa before with talking out in public, like, don't do that in public. God damn it, did we not learn from that conversation we just had last time? Jon, talk to Sansa beforehand so she knows what you're doing, so you can talk it out and so she can be behind you. Why did he do that again? You know she's going to speak out of turn. So have a conversation with her beforehand so she's not like shocked and taken aback and then says whatever the fuck comes to her mind in front of people. And Sansa, stop doing that. Like, oh my gosh, they have poor communication skills. They need couples therapy. But I said he's going to go and talk to Dany and leave Sansa in charge with Baelish there whispering in her ear. I said that was going to happen. I mean, she has she does have the people behind her because she thinks like them, but I don't know how it's going to work. Is he going to come back like Jaime did and be like, what the fuck did you do with the North? Or is it going to work out? He doesn't want to be king of the North. He doesn't want to be king anyway, but it's good for him to leave it to her, I kind of feel like, but not with Baelish in her ear. I don't know. Brienne seemed proud, though. She was like, oh, as long as she doesn't go up against Jon, they need to fucking talk more. I feel like Jon has a more of a big picture frame of mind because he has seen the Whites and the White Walkers and, you know, the army coming towards them, and none of the other people in the North have. So they can't think that broadly, and Sansa is more concentrated on the North. So maybe it is good for her to be in charge there, but she has to back him up because he does think bigger than just them. I don't know if they can follow him if they don't get that. Which is why he should just be king of everything because he's seeing bigger than just the North. He's trying to save everybody. It doesn't matter where you are. They're coming down. We need to like be prepared. I just feel like how do you go back home once you've seen Paris? You know, how do you go back to the North after you've seen the White Walkers? Like you have to your mind is bigger than just home then, you know? Yeah, and we already talked about Yara. If she dies, I'm done with the show. I'm so pissed. All right, that's it. I feel like I missed something, but I guess the episode just feels shorter and it's not as hard to follow everything that's happening because writing. But yeah, I will see you in the next episode. Write your comments all down below. Yell at me, and I will see you in the next week. Bye.